evening and welcome to Social Security Administration, CAN TV, Chicago Access Network. Thank you for joining us this evening as we travel with you through life's journey. This is the Social Security Administration television show. And good afternoon. This is our grand finale.
Hey.
The season ending show with Social Security. We're both ecstatic to have you here today. And we look forward to any questions that you may have. Absolutely any questions. Today we're going to discuss the upcoming year of 2020 top changes with Social Security Administration. There are many changes coming up with Social Security Administration, but before we do that, let me welcome Niana, my co-host. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hello, welcome to our show today. My name is Niana. I'm a claims specialist in the Chicago region Social Security office, and thank you for joining us today.
Awesome. Thanks for coming. My name is DJ, and we are here this evening. I've also been with Social Security Administration in the Chicago region as a claims specialist for the past 9 years. And we have Michael here to answer your telephone calls. This is a live call-in television show, 312-738-1060. And it is absolutely awesome to help people walk through their daily life with Social Security Administration. And we've reminded you of the number. And we do have some exciting news about 2020. Niana, you want to take it away?
Sure. So Social Security and supplemental benefits for in 2020, we have the cost of living.
Yes.
This coming year for
The COLA.
COLA, yeah, for both the retirement, disability, as well, and auxiliary, as well as the SSI recipients. So that's a good thing. What is it? What's the cost of living?
It's actually it's a 1.6.
1.6. I'm sorry. Yes, 1.6% increase, and you all should be seeing that in January.
Yes, that'll be coming in January. And you should have already received your printed letter letting you know exactly how much you'll be getting, how much more you'll be getting, and how much more money will be on your benefit check. Of course, this is an important time to let you know if you have not set up your My Social Security account, then you want to go ahead and do that so you can be privy to that information and preview it and know what letters we're sending to you first before you actually get them in the mail.
Yeah, we have a lot of call-ins. I know our office did right now because they haven't received those letters. So if you haven't received those letters, I believe they came out with December the 2nd. So if you haven't received your letter by now, you can call us, but you can also go on to your My Social Security account and you can see the increase there that's going to happen in the new year, as well as print out your COLA letter if you want your letter. You don't necessarily have to call if you don't need to, unless you need to update make sure your address is correct so we can send it out to the correct address. Or you can go on your My Social Security account and you can print it out there.
Okay, awesome. So that's what we're going to do today is just discuss that 1.6 increase and how that's going to affect everyone's benefit. Normally, all Social Security and SSI beneficiaries are notified by mail, just like Niana said, in early December with their new benefit amount. Most people who actually receive Social Security payments will be able to view their COLA notices online, just like we said, at the My Social Security account. Now, what I want to be able to do is make sure that if you have not done so, that you visit our website at that's too many W's, 3 W's, .socialsecurity.gov and set up your My Social Security account. This is an online portal that allows you to talk to us. We can talk to you. You can make changes to your account and just pretty much keep a tab on everything, including your income and those type of things with what's going on with your Social Security account. I do want to remind everyone today that our phone number is
312-738-1060. Again, our telephone number here is 312-738-1060. We'd love to hear from you. If you have questions or just want to let us know anything in regards to your Social Security, call us and we can answer your questions or hear you out.
Great. Now, my favorite feature on the actual My Social Security account is going to be the ability to order your own Social Security card without coming into the office. So you want to make sure that you have this special account, this My SSA account set up, and that you're able to order your own Social Security card online. Now, we've got a couple rules. Not everybody can do it, but most people can. So if you're over 18, got to be over 18. If you have a valid driver's license, ID, passport, something that's valid, not expired, and you have a good mailing address, that's U.S.-based mailing address, and of course, what's the last thing?
Making no changes.
Making no changes. That's it. Making no changes to your Social Security card. Then those things, as long as they're in place, you'll be able to order your own card just like you walked into the office, waited that unknown length of time, which may be an hour or two. You can do it from the comfort of your own home, computer, tablet. It works.
Yes. Yeah, and it's great because I have a My Social Security account. It's really good to have, not only to replace your Social Security card, but you can look at your earnings through the years. If there are any discrepancies with any work years that you have worked and it's not there, or it's not the amount that you think it should be, or if it's not on the same as your W-2, you can bring them into the office and we can correct that. Or even replacing your Social Security card if your date of birth isn't not correct, or your name is a discrepancy. You can see that through your My Social Security account, and then you can come in and with a valid proper documentation, and we can go ahead and correct your Social Security record. So it's really good to have that account.
It is. It is. You can come in prepared, which is really awesome.
Yep.
So now, also with the My Social Security account, what you can do is actually check an estimate of your retirement. Niana, you want to talk about that a little bit? Just
Yes. So through the My Social Security account, it's called a benefit estimator. And you can go ahead and estimate if you want to know an idea of how much you'd receive in retirement, either at your early retirement age. Right now, any person born before the 1960 is 62. Any person born for your full retirement age. Any person born before 1960 is 66. Any person born 1960 and after is 67. So if you want to estimate how much you'd receive at your early retirement age opposed to your full retirement age, you can do the benefit estimator, and it gives you an idea. It's not exact.
right.
Don't quote that, but it is an idea of how much you'd receive when you're ready to retire. You can also check to see, okay, I'm not feeling well, or I have these medical conditions and I might not be able to continue working. You can see how much you'd receive in a disability benefit if you were to be approved. So.
Absolutely, absolutely, which is so important in making that decision. I always say that when you're actually making the decision to retire with Social Security, you're actually locking in your payment. And what you want to make sure...
We can actually see if you want to click the, if you want to click the web, we can actually see how it's a calculator on there, and it's a benefit calculator, and you can go ahead and plug in your, I think you have to hit the web on there. You can go ahead and plug in your date of birth. Yep. You can plug in your date of birth and
Go ahead.
and it's your date of birth, and on your My Social Security account, have your primary insurance amount. You can go on the online benefit calculator that's shown on the screen here, and then you can calculate how much you'd receive at your full retirement age with the benefit calculator. So that's really helpful. And the website here, we have so many avenues where we can calculate our benefit, estimate our benefit.
Yes.
We can go ahead and apply for benefits in the comfort of your home. So if you don't feel up to, especially if you're deemed disabled, or you feel like you have medical conditions that will not allow you to work anymore, you don't have to come in. You can go on the website and you can plug in those numbers and see, oh, okay, have an idea of if I'm approved, this is the amount I would maybe receive once I get that letter saying, yeah, you are under Social Security rules deemed disabled. So
Absolutely.
the website is really helpful.
Absolutely. I want to just remind everyone, because this is a rare opportunity, for some reason our phone lines are wide open. You have two Social Security professionals here to answer every single question that may have ever popped into your mind. If you can give us a call directly at 312-738-1060. Again, that's 312-738-1060. Normally we have a few calls by now, but it's your opportunity.
Yeah.
So pick up the phone and call in. I know it's very cold outside, so I know you're probably inside watching and snuggled up in the sofa under a blanket. But you want to give us a call with every little question that you may have asked or want to ask with Social Security. Oh,
And we have a caller.
we have a caller.
Hi, caller. How can we help you?
Hi. I received Social Security a few years ago. What I did is just call in, and I talked to a gentleman. He figured it out, and he gave me the amount. And now lately I've been wondering, should I have gone in, or is that double-checked by somebody else?
Oh, absolutely. Great question. Great question. So what I would say is, when you're taking, we have a couple different options when you're going to take a Social Security application. Obviously, you can come into the office the old traditional way, with or without an appointment. You can come in, or you do have the option of actually doing that same appointment over the phone. We do take quite a few phone applications.
Yes.
Those phone applications are checked, vetted. That information is put through the system. Based on your work and earnings is how your benefits are created. The other option, the last option, is actually through the internet. So my answer is yes. Of course, that is was a valid Social Security claim. I'm certain that you probably received a receipt, have received ongoing benefit payments since then. So that is definitely a valid way to get in touch with Social Security and take a proper application. Okay. Oh,
Oh, we had another caller. Look at us.
fantastic. Hello, caller, are you there?
Hi. I'd like to know if I move to another state, would my Social Security benefits stay the same, or do they change from place to place?
Oh,
That's a
absolutely.
good question.
That's a very good question. Yana, you wanna
And
take
it
that one?
depends, right? Depending on what state you move to, your and the living situation, depending on what type of benefits you have, it could change. Now, if you're receiving your retirement, if you're retirement age and you're just receiving your retirement check, no. Wherever you go, your benefit will be the same. However, if you're receiving the Social Security Supplemental Income, that's the SSI program, which is a needs-based program, depending on the state that you are in, you could get a supplemental amount, which
Right.
would increase your benefit.
Right. So off the top of my head, California comes
Right.
to mind. They have a state supplement. So you receive not only your Social Security payment, you receive a supplement from the state. That is to offset the higher cost of living for that state.
I think Ohio.
Ohio may be one of them as well. But what you want to make sure that you do is check in with your local office.
Yes.
So if you've moved, you want to go in, call in, change your address online on your My Social Security website. You want to change it so that we are aware of where you're at, so that when we're able to send notices, and of course you get all the benefits that are due to you. So the most important thing about moving is to let us know.
Yeah. Because the SSI is dependent on living situation too. So
SSI is dependent on living
you
situation.
have to make sure you update your information with the Social Security office.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We have another caller, DJ.
We do? Oh, fantastic.
Hi, caller. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for being there. I've got some questions. I got earlier this year, say around March, so they cut off my SSI, my SSA, everything. This went on for some months. Okay, finally I think everything is settled,
Last month, I got a letter telling me they're going to cut my SSI from 268 to 169. And then I got another letter saying that, well, this is from, I guess one is from SSI and one is from SSA. And they're telling me we plan to increase your monthly supplementary income SSI payment from 169 to 277 beginning January of 2020. This month would change. But what I'm saying is it's like every month or every couple months, it's something different, and it keeps me upset.
Oh, let's not be upset.
Yeah, we don't want you to be upset.
We're always ensuring that you receive the highest benefit amount. Just from that little bit of information that you've given to us, we can tell that you're receiving a check from two different, we call them trust funds. So you're receiving a check based on your work and earnings and what you paid into the system and what was taken out of your taxes with your check with the FICA taxes. And you're receiving a benefit based on kind of closing the gap for you, which is your supplemental Social Security income. So we always add up those two payments to get you your maximum allowable payment every month. So our purpose in sending the letter out is not to upset you. It's just simply to keep you informed. It sounds like you were getting a little higher benefit on one check, but that's going to be made up by the other check. So you want to just take those letters as information, just because we are bound to our claimants to let you guys know what's going on with your payment, and we want to do our very best to keep you informed. Glad you read the letters, though. That's very exciting for us because a lot of people don't read the letters.
Yes.
Yeah. So keep reading the letters, but just take it as information. Sounds like your benefits are going to be the same. Niana, did you have anything else?
It does sound like your benefits is going to be the same. It's probably because the one program is going up, which caused the supplemental to, it has to be even, so equal. So if you have another outside income, that could also cause the benefits to adjust, especially the SSI, the Social Security Supplemental Program. It could be decreased because not only the retirement or disability, whatever you're receiving, but any other income or resource. It could also cause your benefit to fluctuate.
And so you just want to make sure, too, that if you have any income, just like Niana just brought up, that you're reporting that income timely to Social Security. So in reporting that income, again, the easiest way to do that is through your My Social Security account. If you're not able to do that, do it that way, we do have an app. If you're not able to do it that way, please bring it in. But you do need to report that timely, and timely means before the 10th of the following month.
That's
So
very important.
just try to get it in as quickly as possible so that if your payment needs to be adjusted, we're aware of what the adjustment needs to be. And again, we'll send you another letter to let you know what your new payment amount
We'll get a
is.
letter for everything that you're reporting.
Right. I always say we're kind of in the business of sending letters, but we want to make sure that our people are informed.
Exactly.
Okay? Looks like we have another caller.
Another call. DJ, you put that on the universe. Everybody calling. Hi. Thank you for calling.
Welcome to Social Security. How can we help you?
Yes, I'm calling because I applied for my benefits last month. I'm turning 62 this month. I was just wondering, how soon will I receive my first payment?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
With the retirement benefits, it all depends on one thing. When did you choose to receive your benefits? So part of the application allows you to start receiving benefits immediately, a month in the future, 2 months in the future. How far does it go? I think just 2 or 3 months into the future. So it kind of depends on when you decided to elect to receive your benefits, but we do give you the option. And you may want to look on your original application and see when you elected to actually start receiving those benefits. But it's up to you. Okay.
And if you're, when did he turn 62? This month?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and if you elected to receive your benefit at age 62, remember you have to be that age for a full 30 days. So you turn 62 beginning of this month, which means you won't receive a benefit until next month. the month after.
Unless you elected to.
Yeah, another month.
Take it
Unless
out.
you
Right.
decide, okay, I want to wait until January, the new year,
Yeah.
or February. Then it'll be the month after that month. So
Yeah,
it
so-
just depends.
Very good. You made the application.
Yep.
Very good. You're taking an early retirement at 62. And basically, you're just kind of waiting on a benefit. So the good thing is that you got the application in. You got it in timely, meaning you didn't miss any benefits. You weren't late on your early retirement. So you want to make sure that you kind of read your receipt. That information should be in your receipt when you took your initial application.
But keep in mind about retirement and early retirement, if you do plan on, okay, I want to receive my benefits, but I also want to work, maybe part-time, or I want to continue working, there are stipulations with receiving an early retirement benefit and working, because you don't want to have there is a amount you can make each year before your 66th birthday.
Yes.
And right now is what, 18,000, this coming year is 18,683.
I don't have the 2020 memorized.
Okay. I know it's 18,000, so it's a little above the 18,000. If you want to be sure about how much you can make this coming year, being an early retirement person, you want to check our website, www.ssa.gov. Click the retirement benefits, and then it'll give you information about the annual amount you can make. You can go. You can also request publications about that, working while receiving the early retirement benefit. So there are avenues you can look into. You can contact your local office, and we can send you some publications about that. But the most important thing, if you do decide that you want to work and receive your early retirement benefit, you do want to report it to your local office, and then we'll log it, because that could affect your benefit. You know?
Absolutely. And if you can, like we said earlier, just report.
Yes.
But if you can work.
Yes.
Because eventually you will increase your retirement check. You'll increase the retirement benefit that you're actually getting from us. So if you have the opportunity to work, make sure that you do, if that's what you choose to do. It's just a matter of reporting to us.
Very important. Yep.
Okay. So, we'll say the number again. 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060. This is our grand finale show. We're looking to take as many questions as we can with you this evening. This is your opportunity to give us a call in. Our lines are wide open. Looks like we have a caller. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Okay. Well, thank you. My question is, they take out from Medicare each month. Suppose I decide to receive that money myself. What happens? Would I have to get a separate insurance policy, or what would happen
Okay. You wanna?
if I decide to opt out of Medicare? Can I do that?
So if you're 65 or older and you're under the Medicare, you're enrolled into Medicare, but you do not want your premiums to come from your Social Security benefit, no, you have no option. The only way Medicare can be paid when you're receiving the retirement benefits is through your retirement benefits. Now, if you want to cancel Medicare and just don't have it, not be enrolled, you can do that, but if you want to re-enroll, there will be penalties if you haven't been working and insured since the age of 65. So say you're 70, you haven't had work the last 5 years, but now you got a job and now you're insured with your employer, and you want to cancel your Medicare. But then say when you turn 75, you want to go back onto Medicare, well, you're going to be 10% penalty
For every year.
for every year that you have not had Medicare, and they go all the way back from age 65, because you have to have working and insured. Even though you were insured those 5 years from 70 to 75,
Right.
So I would not advise you to do that unless you had a spouse, or if you're married and you have a spouse and you've been insured with them since age 65 and they have had consistent work and insurance. If that is not the case, ma'am, I would not advise you to do that.
Or your other option could be to contact the Department of Human Services,
Yeah.
your public aid
Yes.
office.
Mhm.
I don't want to assume anything, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times with a fixed income, there is a cash crunch.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a qualified Medicare beneficiary program, which will actually pay your Medicare deductible for you.
Mm-hmm.
So those monies essentially would go back to you,
Yes,
like you're
that's true.
saying.
Yeah.
They do go back a few months when you apply for the program and are approved if you have limited resources and limited income. So if that is the case, and again, I don't want to make any assumptions, but that if that is the case, please
enough,
contact the public aid office as quickly as possible and ask them for the QMB
Yes.
program.
Yep.
Okay? All right, so did that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at our notes. The other thing I wanted to talk about and is that we are have some upcoming 2020 changes as far as the office schedule.
Oh, yes.
The office
Yes.
schedule. So coming into the office, our current president has made some changes. Our current commissioner actually has made some changes to our field office scheduling and your ability to come into the office. So, Niana, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I do. So, for those who are receiving retirement, disability, SSI, Medicare, and you visit us nationwide, you all are probably aware that we close on Wednesdays at 12 p.m.
Yes.
We closed at 12
Yes.
p.m. Coming this year in 2020, starting in January, beginning January 8th. I'm going slow because, it's just hard.
It's hard to process.
I gotta, take it in.
Take it slow. Take all the time you need.
On Wednesdays now, we will be open until 4 p.m. So, Monday through Friday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And
So your local field office will no longer close early on Wednesdays. Now, just so you, our listening public, our devoted audience understand, on Wednesdays, we were still in the office.
We were,
We were
yep.
just processing your applications, processing your appeals,
Yep.
getting our work done so that your claims could move through the system a little bit more quickly. And unfortunately, we won't have that processing
See, you was even
time.
tripped up. You were like, we trying to.
Right. Unfortunately, that processing time will not be available to us anymore.
Right.
But fortunately for you, we're going to be open
Yes.
the full day on Wednesday, and you're going to be able to come into any local field office. What you want to do too, because we have so many offices open, we do have a few that have closed as well. You want to make sure that you visit your My Social Security account or socialsecurity.gov in general and check out the field
Yes.
office locator. And the reason I say that specifically is because you don't want to talk to your buddy, the neighbor, the guy over there to figure out where the closest Social Security office is, because some have closed and some have opened. And you want to make sure that you make it to your closest one as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
Looks like we have another
We have
caller.
another caller. Hi. Thank you for calling.
Yes. Suppose you had a job, but you were being paid cash. How do you go about trying to get benefits?
Okay, so that would probably be a self-employed person. So if you were working but you were paid cash, or if you were working for an employer and you were paid cash,
Well, you'd have to file taxes.
you will have to file taxes.
so you'd
Yes,
have
if you have a
to-
W-2.
Contact your tax
Yes.
professional. You'd have to contact your tax professional to make sure that you have filed taxes on that income, so that we can count it towards your retirement.
Yeah.
Working for cash is a-okay with us. It's just fine. We just want to make sure that if you're self-employed and you're working for cash, that amount is recorded with the IRS. We look at the earnings through the IRS, and then we create a possible retirement check for you. Or disability check, just depending on which one works. We didn't get an age from you, so we don't really know, but we want to make sure that you go ahead and file your taxes. Okay?
Good one, DJ, because I was like,
The other thing we want to talk about, because we're pre-Christmas right now, I know we're probably going to be on a loop as far as looking at the show throughout 2020. But right now, our office has some holiday closings as well. So we're actually going to be closed on not only Christmas, but also Christmas Eve, which is December 24th. So we will have time to spend with our families, get ourselves together for Christmas, and enjoy time at home with our families. So please note that the offices will also be closed on December 24th, Christmas Eve, as well as the 25th, which is Christmas. And then we'll reopen the day after Christmas, which is going to be the 26th. Okay? So just be aware. Our online portal will be wide open though.
24/7.
My Social Security account open. You can still make an application for disability, retirement, do your Social Security card, print out a letter for your benefits. Liana, looks like we have another caller.
We have another caller.
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Hello, caller, are you there?
Hi. Yes, I am.
Welcome.
I'd like to know if I retire early at 62 and get a certain amount of a payment, will my payment increase when I turn 66 or 67 as if I had waited?
That's a good question. We
Now,
get
have
that
you
a lot.
worked in between or you have done no work?
Oh, working.
You're going to continue to work?
I'm going to try, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that answer for you.
So if you are age 62 and you plan on still working, you do get an increase. Now, it's not going to be the same as if you just did not pull the benefits and you waited until age 66 or age 70. But usually they do electronically pull in that after tax season. So you file your taxes in January or February, March, April, whenever you file your taxes, you do. They do the automatic increases throughout the year. So if you don't see it in June, you'd see it if you don't see it in, a little after like April, May, you would see it again in the fall, in September. Usually after September, if you still don't see it, you can bring in your W-2 and we can let you know if your work was enough that we can go ahead and transcribe it through there and it'll increase your benefits or not. Sometimes it don't, it don't make a difference, but sometimes it do. So
So, caller, your answer was yes. If you continue to work, your benefits will increase slightly. And if you, as long as we have a COLA, like we talked about earlier, the 1.6% for 2020, you'll have an increase there. So you just want to make sure that you report any income to us in regards to you working. You want to make sure you get that information over to us. But yes and yes, your benefits will increase. And you want to make sure that you look at your retirement estimator online so that you can take a projection, because you may decide to wait until your full retirement age of 65 based on those numbers. You want to have that information readily available from the beginning so that you can make the best decision for yourself, because that starting point is very important, especially with retirement. Okay?
And also remember, if you do pull it at 62, you're opting out of the age 66 actual benefit.
Right, because you can
And age
never
70,
go to
right.
that higher benefit. So then that's perfect, because her question was kind of twofold. Do I get to go to that higher benefit? No, you kind of lock yourself in at that lower benefit, and then based on working, based on your COLA, based on working, you may be able to increase slightly, but never probably as high as the full retirement age.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you know your numbers. Go to the retirement estimator, print it out at home, bring it into the office, call us, discuss it with us over the phone, but have those numbers, meaning you have your early retirement age number, full retirement age number, and your delayed retirement age number all in front of you, so you can decide what is the best option for me. And that's based on health and finances.
Yep.
Okay?
We have another caller.
Awesome.
Hi, caller.
Caller, you
Hi,
want to
lady.
turn your TV set down a little bit?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I called in because I'm getting close to my retirement age,
Good
and
for
it's kind
you.
of twofold question.
Okay.
Um, I've been working like two careers for the last 20 years, and I wonder how that will affect my Social Security. And
Have,
secondly,
uh-huh.
I'll be getting a pension. I wonder how that will factor in.
Okay, those are good questions.
Have you been working both of those jobs that both pay into Social Security, or only one does?
Yes, both.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, both.
Okay, awesome. So that's what we need to know. Okay, Niana, take it away.
Yeah, so the gist of it is he's been working two jobs for the last 20 years.
That are both
Pay
paying
into Social Security,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll get a pension. Okay, so since they were both paying into Social Security, you will get your retirement benefit.
Yes.
And if the pension is not a state, federal, county, city, local government, state government, federal government job, then you will get your full pension and nothing will be affected. Your Social Security benefits will not be affected by it.
Yes. So your answer is pretty much yes and yes.
We keep getting these yes and yeses.
Right. But you want to make sure again that you know your numbers. Because if you've been working for 20 years and working for a couple more years, maybe, working to a full retirement age, maybe what you want to do. Or you may even want to do a delayed retirement if you've been working 20 years. That may only be a couple more years. So you want to make sure that you, again, you know your numbers. Okay? And visit our retirement estimator online.
Yes, very.
And we're going to say the number again one more time, which is 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060. Okay? Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Hello, welcome to Social Security.
I want to know is since I guess my Social Security, if anything happened to me, could my wife get something?
Absolutely. Now, how many years have you worked?
I'm a retired.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. So you're receiving retirement right now?
Right.
Okay. Is your wife receiving something on your record as well?
She's a Chicago police retired police.
Okay. Okay. So she retired from the police board.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I
Okay.
believe that depends.
We're
right?
going to do our very best. We're not able to look at your record.
Yeah.
Take this with a, you may need to come in.
2 grains of salt.
2 grains of salt. Because you may need to come in.
Yeah.
That's a little bit complex situation just because of the police board pension as to whether she would be eligible for a payment on your record. So we're going to go with maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because it also depends on how much her pension is. And if you're saying she currently receives a spousal benefit off your record, possibly then a widow.
Possibly if she passes, when he passes away.
Since she's already receiving a benefit off
From
of
the
his
police
record.
board, right? So that's
Yeah, we would have to look at that.
maybe we're in the
Yeah.
gray area on that one.
Yeah.
Would love to answer that question while I have records in front of me and payments as to how much he's receiving. That is the purpose of Social Security. We specifically do have a widow's benefit. That program is available. But I would be concerned even if just now, if she's receiving a spousal benefit on your record, even though she's receiving the police board pension. And those are based on numbers.
Yeah.
How much is she receiving? How long have you been married long enough? That kind of thing. So you want to come into the office and have us talk with you about that specifically.
Right.
But thank you so much for calling. Caller? Hello, caller?
Yes, hello. Yes, hello. How you doing?
Very good.
Good. Look, I've been retired 6 years. I'm receiving a pension.
Congrats.
Okay, and now with this new medical enrollment, it's going from one Medicare. I'm going to go to Blue Cross Blue Shield, if I may say.
Okay.
Do I have to go down and take care of that paperwork for the money that's being taken out right now before January? Or do I have to take care of that, or do the Social Security takes care of that for the new enrollment in January?
Okay, so you've picked a new supplemental program to go along with your Medicare program. You've picked a new supplement to complement or go along with your current Medicare program. We really don't advise on those programs, but that should be handled within that supplemental program.
Yeah.
So you should be, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, as you mentioned, should be taking care of all of that paperwork. We don't handle any of the supplement programs in the office. They should be mailing you directly confirmation of that package that will probably start in January 2020. So that information should be coming directly from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and call them, Blue Cross Blue Shield, with any questions that you may have regarding the supplement. Okay? Thank you for calling in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, caller. Hi.
Hi. No, I'm just calling. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I just got a question. I retired at 66. Does everyone that retires at 66, like right now, do they get the same amount of pay?
If they retire at age 66,
Yes, ma'am.
your retirement depends on how
Your
much you
earnings,
paid in.
yeah.
Your earnings.
Oh, it depends on how much you paid in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm only getting like $22.80 a month. Now I started working when I was 16 years old,
Okay.
all the way up till I was 60. Now I got a friend of mine that didn't start working till he was about 24, and he retired at 66, but yet he's making more money than I am. Why?
Well, we wouldn't know. We have to see both of your earnings records.
Right.
If you've been working since age 16 and you said you get $224,
2280 was what the number is.
$22.80, then that means you had to be working for outside, wasn't paying into Social Security. And it also depends on how much you made. If you made,
Yeah.
the different earnings are different, clearly, from your friend to yours. So everybody, benefits are totally different. It depends on your own work earnings and your own work years. So
Right. So I would just congratulations, first of all.
Yeah,
That's
congratulations.
not a small retirement. So what you want to do is just make sure that the information that you have correct. I sometimes kind of think that people may tell you one thing and they're not
Yeah.
really getting that, but that's just how things go sometimes. But yeah, the earnings is what actually determines how much your benefit check. So the earnings, and then when you actually choose to retire. If you take an early, a regular full retirement, or wait for a delayed retirement, all those things kind of come into play. And then we have a formula that we look back on the earnings, on the quarters of coverage that we call it, and see how many quarters of coverage you have, what those earnings average out to on a yearly basis, and then we determine your retirement. But if you're at beyond that 66 and you're concerned about making more money, then you do have the opportunity to work without the penalty, if you choose to do that. Am I right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if
66
you
and above, you can work
if you
as
may
much as
want
you
to go to your local, I was going to say Walmart, but you may want to go to your local whatever and do whatever to earn some more money, and you won't be penalized for that. Okay, so that's something else to think about as well.
We got another caller.
Awesome. Let's go on.
Yes. Hi, caller. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, this is my question and my somewhat dilemma. I collected my Social Security. I collected early at 62.
Okay.
Okay. Before I collected my Social Security, I was on disability. Okay.
Okay.
Once I turned 62, I started collecting my Social Security. Now, my medical was covered by county care. Okay, but I was told that when I started collecting my Social Security, that once I reached 65, I would have to start paying Medicaid or Medicare. I get them mixed up.
The red, white, and
But
blue card, right?
Yes, they're going to start. I have to pay for this. So they've been sending me letters.
Okay.
And the question I have is, why is it that I have to pay for the Medicare at 65 when I'm already on disability and getting medical? Why don't I have to pay it all on county care? So why do I have to pay that money for the Medicaid once I turn 65? That I was told that I would have to automatically pay it. They would be kicking it out of my check.
Okay, are you receiving food stamps? Dropped it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to assume that you're receiving food stamps and that just like the caller from earlier, it's probably in your best interest to go to the Public Aid Office, Department of Human Services, DHS, in your local area and talk to them about paying that Medicare premium for you. So you want to make sure that you get your application in with them for QMB, Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, as quickly as possible, because I believe, and obviously we're not looking at a record, take this with 2 grains of salt, but I believe that you may be eligible for public aid to pay that premium for you. The Red, White, and Blue Card is the Medicare program. You are eligible based on age at 65 and other medical conditions. Or if you've been on the SSI program for more than 24 months, if you've been on there for more than 24 months. So you want to make sure that you quickly take advantage. Now, when you get over to the Public Aid Office, by request, it will go back about 4 months for you to cover those past premiums that you've already paid and refund those monies back to you. But if you never reach out to them, they will never reach out to you.
No.
Okay?
And the key thing was county care. If you're eligible for county care, so more than likely you'll probably get the QMB. But like DJ said, the only way you'll know is if you actually go and apply.
Yeah, and I wish they would send out, 10,000
too.
letters or
I know.
100,000 letters, but
Yeah.
they don't. So
up
be
to you.
prepared to get in and stay, because I know there is a way at the Public Aid Office so you can get your QMB, so they can pay that Medicare deductible for you. Okay? That's if you have limited income and limited resources.
Yep.
Okay?
Okay, we gotta have another caller, DJ.
Awesome.
We rocking and rolling over here.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, I have a question.
Thanks for calling.
I received Social Security disability, and I would like to apply for food stamp, but I would like to know, would they deduct any money out of my check for my disability?
For food stamps?
For food stamps, yeah, because I heard they usually do. Whatever I apply for food stamps, whatever they give me in food stamp, they'll take it out of my check.
Okay, thanks for calling in. Go ahead.
No, food stamps, the food stamp program and the retirement disability SSI program. That's 2 different programs. So it's based off of need. So no, it doesn't affect your benefits at all.
Right, and I
Yeah.
agree with Niana totally. What you want to remember is that the Food Stamp Office, Public Aid, Department of Human Services, all the same. That's a state
Yeah.
program. State of Illinois, State of Indiana, that's a state program. The Social Security program, the retirement program, is a federal government program. So these 2 programs, they actually don't intersect, okay? The state is running at the state level, receiving funds from the state, but the federal program is running at the federal level. So we want to make sure that we kind of understand they don't intersect, not unless you're going to receive cash
Right.
from the Public Aid Office, should it actually affect your SSI or retirement benefits for that matter. So you want to make sure that you kind of have the distinction. A lot of people think that we're the same, and we're not. But please, if you're in need of food, please make an application. I know you can go online to them as well. It's dhs.il.gov. Make an application for food stamps as quickly as possible, because we don't want you out here, especially in this, winter time, with not enough food to eat. That's, that's a very terrible situation to be in.
No, and so no.
No.
You're
No and no.
no and no. Hi, caller. Thank you for calling.
Good evening, ladies. Happy holidays.
Good
to you,
evening.
Social
Happy
Security.
holiday.
Happy holidays
We
to you.
couldn't do it without you. We all appreciate your help. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I got a question for you. I've been retired since for 2 years now. I'm turning 65 next month.
Nice.
And I've already been getting my benefits from Social Security, a little $617 a month.
Okay.
I am also on Medicaid, and I think I just got approved for Medicare.
Okay.
Now,
Good.
all of a sudden, I got a paper. Why am I talking double? Can you hear me double?
Nope.
Nope.
You're perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's me. Too much coffee. Anyhow, now I got a new paper from Social Security, and now that I've been approved for Medicare, they're going to take out $144 out of my little $617 Social Security money.
Ouch.
Next month I'm turning 65, so I should have pretty much everything coming. I've been working since I'm 17 years old, but I paid into Social Security, I paid into Medicare, I paid into your whatever, and I'm wondering, what are they doing with this $144? Is this going to be forever? Are they taking it because I'm approved for Medicare? I already got my pills. All that's all straightened out because, like I said, I've been on Social Security and Medicare for the last 2 years, so I got all that. Now I'm going to turn 65, the golden years. Now I got Medicare kicking in. What's with this $144 a month? Do you have any idea?
That's the same thing we were talking about with the public aid office. Same thing. So head right over to the public aid office and tell them to pay that $144 through the QMB program, Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program. And also, that's your step one. Now, your step two, I feel like I'm hollering. I'm going to take it down a little bit. Step two is you want to come back into Social Security. You want to make what we call an aged or senior citizen benefit application to close the gap for you. So there's $100 and some that's actually due to you through the supplemental Social Security program based on age. And so you want to come back into us or do your application online to qualify for the senior citizen aged benefits to close the gap. So you've got those two things. Go right over your public aid office, have them put you in for the QMB program, come right over to your Social Security office and have them close the gap for you on your aged supplemental security benefits so we can pay you the balance that's due, $100 and some based on your check.
And just remember, all you need to do is take your award letter, the letter you received in the mail stating how much you receive in your retirement, plus what's going to come out of your benefits due to the Medicare. You have your Medicaid, so that means you're already enrolled into the Medicaid. All you do is take over that award letter, show them, and then they'll go ahead and enroll you into the QMB program. With that, though, just keep in mind, it's not right away. It just takes a little while, but if you're approved, you'll get another letter, so don't worry. Whatever's going to come out, say in January, say you're not enrolled into the QMB or it's not going through by January 2020, you will, if you're approved, that will come back to you, okay? For the agent benefit, which DJ was telling you, that is determining your income and resources. So outside of retirement, any pensions, any other income resource, how much you have, spousal benefit, how much you have in your accounts, just keep that in mind because that program is a needs-based program. It's still just like the public aid program, needs-based, but it's a government benefit based off need. So we do collect more information in regards to your income and resources, but if you're approved, your income and resources is not above the limits, then like DJ said, you can get that extra benefit.
Right, so you got two things, okay? Public aid office and come back to Social Security, and you're going to have over $200 coming back to you. So we'd like to go ahead and begin our little wrap up today.
We didn't even get to finish this,
We
DJ.
didn't get to finish this.
So many callers.
But I want to make sure that we all know that you need to be setting up your My Social Security account. I want to make sure that you're aware of the socialsecurity.gov. Want to make sure that you know that from now on, as of January 8th, we're going to be open on Wednesdays.
Personal and secure account.
And on Wednesdays, we're going to be open a full day and that you can come into the office. Our main 800 number is 1-800-772-1213, 1-800-772-1213. I want to thank my guest co-host, Niana.
Thank you.
Our awesome telephone tech guy, Michael, for coming on today and serving you, our public. We look forward to seeing you next year, 2020.